Sun Wukong is the victorious fighting Buddha in a Chinese mystic novel, Journey to the West. He's also known as the Monkey King. Wukong has amazing strength that allows him to carry 2 celestial mountains while running at the speed of a meteor. With a single jump, he's able to travel as far as 54,000 kilometers. Wukong also possesses 72 Earth transformation, which grants him 72 unique powers, such as transforming into various animals and objects. He also has a pair of 火眼金睛, the golden gaze, allowing him to tell the good from the evil. And his magical hair is capable of making thousands of copies of himself, which allows him to single-handedly defeat 100,000 heavenly warriors of the army of heaven, Naja, the 28 constellations and 4 heavenly kings combined. The Monkey King is born from a magical stone found on top of the mountain of flowers and fruits. However, this is not a common stone. For about 1.7 million years, it continues to receive nourishment from the heaven and earth. In Taoism, heaven and earth represents yang and yin, which is the basic 2 substances that make up all beings. One day it produced a stone egg, and when the wind blows on the egg, it turns into a stone monkey that can crawl and walk. You see, the mountain represents metal, flowers and trees are wood, the stone is next to the sea, hence water, and obviously it has earth. The only element lacking here for Wukong to be a perfect creature is fire, which will come later. As Wukong bursts out from the stone, his eyes dealt 2 beams of golden light shooting towards the Jade Palace and shocked the Jade Emperor. The Jade Emperor orders 2 officers to investigate and receive the report of just a stone monkey, nothing special. Well, we'll see. On the mountain, Wukong joins a group of other monkeys, and they decide to find the source of the stream that they bath regularly. So they climb the mountain to a waterfall, and bet on whoever goes through that and comes out again will be their king. Of course, Wukong volunteers and jumps into the waterfall and finds a cave. After persuading other monkeys to jump as well, Wukong becomes the king and calls himself the handsome Monkey King, hence the name Monkey King. He's now surrounded by endless food supply, friends, and above all, freedom. However, this happiness does not last long. When one of the old monkeys dies, the Monkey King is very sad and realizes that one day himself will face death. In search of an immortal who can teach him the knowledge and how to defeat death, he leaves his island on a raft of his own making. When he finally encounters the human world, he is disgusted by humans' degeneracy for fame, power, and wealth. As he wanders into the forest, he bumps into a woodcutter who tells him that there is an immortal residing in the forest. When the Monkey King arrives at the entrance of a temple, Puti Zushi, the master refused to let him in. Now, Puti Zushi is probably one of the strongest characters in the novel. He masters Taoism, Confucianism, and Buddhism. He comes from the void and is immortal. A divine creature like Monkey King needs a powerful master like him. So the Monkey King waits outside of the entrance for months and finally impresses Puti Zushi with his persistency. He accepts the Monkey King as a student and teaches him all the Taoism practices, including the training to immortality, and gives him a name, Wukong. After years of practice, Puti Zushi finally asks Wukong to leave and warns him to never brag about his ability, as it may encourage others to ask him to teach them. And if you teach them, they can cause trouble, and if you don't, they will resent you for it. He also forbids Wukong from revealing who taught him, and loyally so, Wukong never reveals who was his master. Then he wakes up in the forest, realizing all the years of practice had taken place in the form of a dream. As Wukong returns to the mountain of flowers and fruit, he defeats the Demon King who is kidnapping the monkeys. He also brings some weapons for his minion, but can't find one that suits him. Knowing that the East Dragon King possesses many treasures, he jumps into the sea and reaches the Dragon King's plaza. Initially, the Dragon King refused to see him and tells his gods to turn him away. He quickly realizes none of his gods can actually stop Wukong, so he welcomes Wukong with hospitality and orders his minion to pull up weapon after weapon, for Sun Wukong to test, but none are robust enough to hold the strength of the Monkey King. When he sets his eyes on the Ruyi Jinggu Bang, he quickly realized that this might be the one. Functioning as the stabilizer of the 4C, Ruyi Jinggu Bang weighs 7,960 kilograms and is able to change size, fly and attack, all according to the owner's will. Since the Monkey King is the only creature strong enough to wield the staff-like weapon, there is an instant affinity between them. The Monkey King urges the Dragon King to give him the Ruyi Jinggu Bang. As powerless as the Dragon King may be, he gives him the staff, together with a golden chainmail armor, a phoenix feather cap, and a cloud-walking boots. Sun Wukong thanks the Dragon King and leaves happily with Ruyi Jinggu Bang reduced to the size of a sewing needle tucking in his ear. It's important to emphasize, Ruyi Jinggu Bang symbolizes strength, cloud-walking boots symbolize speed, golden chainmail armor symbolize toughness, and phoenix feather cap symbolize invincibility. Together with other main Dragon Kings, the East Dragon King reports to the Jade Emperor about Wukong's sin. The Jade Emperor is furious about such rudeness and sentenced to death of the Monkey King. Upon arriving the underworld, the Monkey King discovers the Book of Life and Death, a book that has the names of all living mortals and the date of birth and death. Ignoring the advice from the King of the Underworld, Wukong wipes out his name from the book, along with all his minions, and returns to the mountain of flowers and fruit happily. I wish my name is one of them. Once again, the King of the Underworld reports to the Jade Emperor. Right before the Jade Emperor is about to send out the heavenly army to wipe out the Monkey King, Taibai Jingxing, one of the gods in Taoism, suggests to promote the Monkey King to be a god and put him in a more manageable place. So the Monkey King is invited to the heaven and believes that he's now honorable as one of the gods. However, he quickly realized he's just a horse protector, which is the lowest job from the sky. And when he finds out the importance of status in heaven, with anger, he frees all the sky horses and returns to his own mountain and proclaims himself the great sage equal to heaven. Again, Taibai Jingxing suggests the Jade Emperor to give him the title and invite him back to the heaven, only to treat him like a pet under management. Because if the heaven fails to defeat the Monkey King in a fight, it would damage heaven's reputation. Although Wukong suspects this to be a trap, with overconfidence and ignorance, he returns to the heaven and receives the official title of Great Sage equal to heaven. He's also granted as guardians of the heavenly peach garden, which is a much higher position than a horse protector. Yes, a monkey to guard peaches. Damn you, Jade Emperor, what are you thinking? As the royal banquet starts, Shi Wangmu, the wife of the Jade Emperor, asks 7 heavenly maidens to pick peaches. From their mouths, Sun Wukong discovers that all the important guards have been invited to the royal banquet except for him, and the maidens all laugh at him, saying the title Great Sage equal to heaven is just a joke. The furious Monkey King soon eats all the food prepared for the royal banquet and drinks the royal wine. In the drunken state, he reaches high levels of the palace that are left unguarded, as only beings of the highest spiritual power can access them. As all gods are heading to the banquet, Sun Wukong steals and consumes the immortality pill made by Lao Tzu, the founder of Taoism, and Shi Wangmu's immortality peaches, as well as the rest of the royal wine. Then he returns to the mountain and starts the preparation for the war. This time, the Jade Emperor had enough and orders the heavenly warriors to march towards the mountain of flowers and fruit. The fight is on. Armed with golden chainmail armor, cloud-walking boost, and Ruyi Jinggu Bang, the Monkey King fights the battle with a combination of tricks, creative battle skills, and an army made from his hair. None of the celestial weapon can cause harm to him. Laughing continually, the Monkey King single-handedly defeats the 100,000 heavenly warriors of the army of heaven, Naja, the 28 constellations, and 4 heavenly kings combined. Finally, Guan Yin, the Bodhisattva of mercy, asks Erlangshen, the Jade Emperor's nephew, to fight Sun Wukong. They are evenly matched and keep shape-shifting into different beings more powerful than the other. In the shadow, Lao Tzu throws his diamond jade ring at Wukong from behind and knocks him out, allowing Erlang to tie him up. After several failed execution attempts, Lao Tzu imprisons the Monkey King in his 8 trigrams furnace for 49 days, hoping the Samadhi fire will distill Wukong into elixir, which Lao Tzu can turn it back into the immortality pill. What a big mistake. Remember, Wukong is born with the element of metal, wood, water, and earth. Now he's got the fire. Having survived the Samadhi fire by hiding in a corner where there is less fire, the Monkey King has strengthened his body to a level that nothing can damage him anymore. The fire also grants him a new ability, 火眼金睛, the golden gaze, allowing him to tell evil from the good. After 49 days, Wukong jumps out from the furnace and smashes into pieces. He heads directly towards the main chamber and confronts the Jade Emperor, arguing he should be the ruler of the heaven as he's the most powerful god among all. Out of option, the Jade Emperor appeals to the Buddha, who arrives in person from the west. The Buddha makes a bet with the Monkey King that if he can escape from the Buddha's palm, he can be the new Jade Emperor. With all arrogance, the Monkey King smugly accepts the bet and jumps onto the Buddha's hand. Wukong then flies to the end of the world, seeing only 5 pillows. He believes they must be the ones that support the universe. With ignorance, he even marks his name on the middle pillow and urinates on it. He then jumps back to the Buddha's palm and attempts to claim victory. The Buddha smiles and asks Wukong to look around. To his surprise, Wukong finds that the 5 pillows he found are simply the fingers of the Buddha's hand. The Monkey King makes his final attempt to escape, but all is too late. Buddha twists his hand and knocks Wukong back to the earth with a mountain on top of him, which is sealed using a paper talisman. Buddha doesn't fight, yet Wukong lost it all. The Monkey King remains imprisoned for 500 years to learn the importance of humility and patience. With only his head and hands able to move, the Buddha arranges 2 spirits to feed the Monkey King iron water and molten copper. After 500 years, Guan Yin tells the Monkey King that there will be a monk pass here. If Wukong is willing to protect him on a journey to retrieve Buddha's sutras, he can be set free. As Tang Sanzang, the legendary monk, the second student of the Buddha in his previous life, passes the Wuxing mountain and removes the spell, the Monkey King finally regains his freedom. As Wukong can be difficult to control from time to time, Guan Yin gives Tang Sanzang a magical gold band. The Monkey King is tricked into putting it on. Now he cannot take it off. When Tang Sanzang enchants the spell, the band tenses up, causing unbearable headache. The journey to the west officially starts. Along the way, Wukong loyally assists his master, where his safety is constantly jeopardized by all kinds of demons, as they believe by eating Tang Sanzang's flesh, they can gain immortality. Sun Wukong repeatedly defeats those demons and ensures the safety of Tang Sanzang. Interestingly, any demon that is not related to heaven or Buddha got executed by Wukong. Any heavenly codfish is returned to their original masters, intact. But that's a story for another time. Finally, the master and his 3 apprentices arrive at the Lei Yin Temple in the west and retrieves the Buddha's sutras for the Tang dynasty. Wukong is granted the title of the victorious fighting Buddha by the Buddha himself. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to my channel. My name is Yan, and I seek wisdom from east to the west. There are 100 chapters in the novel Journey to the West, and there are so many interesting stories that you might not know about their journey and Sun Wukong, such as why Wukong doesn't kill any demon that's once related to the heaven, why Tang Sanzang dismissed Wukong halfway through the journey, why doesn't Wukong just carry Tang Sanzang on his back and jump straight to the west, save a lot of trouble. In fact, there are many life lessons behind the story that I personally found valuable. So let me know in the comments down below if you want me to dive deep in one of the best 4 novels in Chinese history, Journey to the West. And if you enjoyed this video, please give me a thumb up and subscribe to my channel. Stay tuned. I'm Fatih, my friend.